In the last tutorial we have created a main menu scene. It is highly recommended to watch the last tutorial if you did not watch the last one. In this tutorial we are going to solely focus on creating a basic but functional AI in Unreal Engine, so let's get started. Firstly, we need to open the Unreal Engine. Once it has been opened, select Games. Then click on the first person template and we have all the settings that we precisely needed. Name the project. And hit create. Once the project has been loaded, we can see a scene set up by Unreal Engine. How generous! When we test it, the game first-person controller is functional. We can even shoot projectiles, but we do not have anything to shoot at. So what we are going to do is right-click and click on the new folder and then type in the folder's name. Click on it and then right-click and select Blueprint Class and open the All Class section and type in AI Controller and select it and hit Create. Now that we are in the Blueprint editor, we are going to begin to code the AI class. So firstly, click on Event Graph tab, drag the event begin play node out, then select Set Timer by function name. Do not forget to set the time and click on Loop and then type the function name in. At the bottom of the code above, right-click and type in Add Custom Events and drag it out and type AI Move to. Then drag the pawn part of the AI Move to node out and type Get Controlled Pawn and type Get Player Controller. To comment on the code, press C, and what the first code does is calls the function every second after the game has started. For the second code, what it basically does is that it chases the player once the function has been called. Now we are going to create the physical part of the AI. Right-click and then click on Blueprint Class and click on Pawn. Once the Blueprint editor has been opened, click on Add Component button and type in Sphere, but you can use any shape or model you wish to portray your enemy as and hit Compile once you have done. Then click on the AI Pawn and scroll to the Pawn section, and on the AI Controller class part just change it to the AI class that we have coded just now and hit Compile. Alright, let's test it now. When we test it, the player cannot move. The reason is that we have forgotten to add the NAV mesh to the ground. To fix that, go to the Place Actor tab and then type on the search bar NAV mesh bounce volume. Click on the Show button on the screen and check navigation. Now that we can see the navigation, we must adjust it to fit the entire map so that the AI can move anywhere. The good part is that we do not have to bake it like in Unity. Alright, I will fast forward the adjusting part. Now that we have fit the entire NAV mesh to the map, we can hit the play button. Okay, that is weird, it does not seem to move. To fix that, go to the AI Pawn. Click the Add Component button and on the search bar type in Floating Pawn, and on the Floating Pawn movement component you can adjust to the AI to move at the speed that you desire. 800 seems like a good speed for the AI in this map. Now hit Compile, and when we play it, the AI moves to you and sometimes they can push you. Okay, we cannot kill the AI and this is quite boring. To fix that, go to the Content Browser tab and click on the physical component of the AI. Click on the sphere and scroll down to Events. Hit button and drag the node out and type in Destroy Component and drag the target part to the hit component. Hit Compile again. Now that we tested, when we shoot at the ball it destroys itself. Let's move the first-person controller far away from the AI. And it actually works. Now what? This scene does not have many enemies. What we can do is keep the bot spawning at a suitable rate. To do that, click on Blueprints on the top part of the screen and click on Open Level Blueprints. Right-click and add the Event Begin Play. Then drag the Event Begin Play node out and type Set Timer by function name. Type in the function name and set the time and check the looping box. After we have written that code on the bottom, right click and type in add custom event and then drag the add custom event node and type in spawn actor from class. Now drag in the actor from the scene and place it at the blueprint, drag it out, type get actor transform and link that node to the spawn. So basically what this code does is that when the function is called, the enemy AI spawns the actor of another enemy AI. Hit compile. Okay guys, never forget to set the class on the spawn actor node. Hit compile and open the physical AI blueprint editor, scroll up to event begin play. Drag that node out, type spawn default controller. Drag the default controller node and type in set AI controller class. Set your class and hit compile. What this code does is that it spawns AI with their AI controller class, which possess the code that makes the AI move. Now let's test it again. It kept spawning and spawning. But the thing is, the AI spawns at the exact location that the other AI is spawning at, so to fix that, go back to the open level blueprint. Object out, that object will be the spawn point. The open level blueprint and drag the object in there. Drag the object node to the get actor transform node and hit compile. Now when we hit play, we can kill the AI and the AI does not spawn the other AI at the same location. If we turn around, we can see AI chasing us, and if we get closer we can see the spawn point. It works. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I will release another video soon about the first person controller, so stay tuned for that.